Well, a former Atlanta City Council president is leading the charge to promote arts and culture across the Southeast. Joe Ripley standing by with this story. Joe, you know the South's always got something to say, and so does this person.
They really do. And Dan, as you know, the South influences everything, especially when it comes to arts and culture and even food, too. I was caught up with Doug Shipman. He is former Atlanta City Council president. And so you might be asking, Doug, why now? Why go back to the arts? Why go back to South Arts at a time like now? And he said the timing was just right for him. The influence much more than his previous job. And, here's what he had to say. Understanding art through the eyes of an artist.
It allows us to see our humanity reflected in other people.
Dr. Fahamu Piku is the executive director of the African Diaspora Art Museum of Atlanta, or ADAMA.
And see a painting, see a photograph, see a sculpture, see a work from some other part of the African diaspora, and be able to see themselves reflected in that. Be able to have a more expanded view of who they can be.
Piku started the museum in 2018 as a way to share the different experiences of Africans spanning the globe. He's working with New South Arts CEO and former Atlanta City Council President Doug Shipman to expand his reach.
We see the pullback of the federal government, and so we're going to see new ways of working. We're going to have to find new funding mechanisms and, frankly, new partnerships.
Shipman says he will work to promote literature, film, food, and other art forms in 9 states across the Southeast, connecting artists along the way.
Well, I felt like that right now was a good time because there's a lot of momentum around arts and culture. Also, for me personally, it was a better fit going forward. So I felt like that returning to the nonprofit sector, being a leader in that sector was really where I wanted to be.
Despite an expected drawdown in future federal government funding,
the opportunity is greater. The more they try to silence particular narratives, the more hunger there is for those narratives.
Dr. Fahamu Piku sees a brighter future, not just in Atlanta or Georgia, but around the world.
Even in our differences, we're able to find commonalities.
And Shipman's vision for South Arts, he's saying that he hopes in the next 10 years or so there's going to be more robust funding mechanisms to keep those ventures alive and well, and to also raise awareness about those for folks.
Yeah, Doug Shipman said a lot of momentum around arts and culture right now. I mean, you do so many of these stories. You're plugged into the community. Have you kind of noticed that as well?
I really have, whether it's murals or new foodies coming about. We see restaurants and these developments all the time, especially from different cultures. You've got the World Cup coming. Doug Shipman believes that the World Cup and all these other international ventures coming, not only here to Atlanta, but across the South. Texas is hosting World Cup games. You've got so much going on, and a lot of people are going to have their first impression. The United States, the South, will have something to say about it.
Some 95 days out. Can't wait. Joe, thank you. Great story. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too.